Oh, hi. I did the thing.
No. Wonderful.
Yep. My stream deck doesn't want to work though.
Your what?
My stream deck.
Your stream deck.
Yeah.
Is the software running?
Well, it kind of plugged earlier a little. I just had to unplug it and replug it because the thing fell. So it's better now.
Stream Elements has decided to join us as a new bot.
Oh, hi.
I didn't intend for that, but it happened.
Stream Elements always joins us.
Oh, my building's done. Hang on. I need to build a bank. Come over here. I wonder if you'll get a cutscene for this or not. Nope. Bank.
Bonk.
She has a quest for me. Get a 5 crates of surplus materials. I'll do no such thing.
I haven't purchased bank space apparently.
No, probably not. There you go. You have a bank.
I have a bonk.
Be
Now
good.
come over here. I have a question for you. When was the last time Elaine had access to a bathroom?
I don't know.
Maybe
Been
never.
a long time. Maybe.
You need to void your bowels, perhaps?
Yeah, probably should. Excuse me, people.
It's good to see regular.
It is. Well, we don't need to.
Comfy in there? All the comforts of home?
Yep. Kind of. Well, I mean, I can't really see, you know. I don't have any eyes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
you don't
today,
have a sink.
No. There's a stream you can go and wash your hands in if you so choose. Not down there. It's way out by the mine.
I'll just play over here.
Sure, that works too. Nobody drinks from that. Although there is an earthen that hangs out in the fountain in Stormwind. He says it's too cold for him, but he still stays in it.
Well, that's on him.
So today, this is basically the last day of War Within. In fact, tomorrow is when the early access for Midnight kicks in. So we're not playing tomorrow. We will play next week. But for now, they did release an animated feature about Arator. You watch that?
Yep.
I've not seen it yet.
We'll
Full screen, you fool.
before you know it, Arator.
Again,
the origin of his fuck-ass
thank
haircut.
you for this.
My
Tattoos.
pleasure, Arator. I used to do your mother's war paint. She and Sylvanas were born warriors. I was not.
Let me freeze
But
gold.
why this design? You know your father's going to hate this.
I've always felt like part of me was missing. Always felt divided between worlds. With a father who served the light, and a mother who chose to embrace the void.
No, Void kind of chose her.
What does everyone look like they're
Do you
mogging?
remember when we went to Stormwind to see them? I felt her love. And I never forgot that feeling. That longing.
And it broke my heart. I thought you would be happier in Dalaran until...
The Scourge. I didn't realize she was pregnant during the Scourge. I thought she had her kids before that.
Apparently not. At least not all of them.
No, she only had 2. They're twins.
Oh.
Your Aunt Sylvanas. That's not who she was.
I know.
I mean,
I saw
she was,
her
past
pain.
tense.
I wanted to save her.
There's nothing you could have done. We nearly lost everything. So we found refuge where you would know your people and quell the loss.
See? They all get the Ozempic face going on.
Kind of.
You can do better than that. Again.
Where is the little boy's buckle fat?
Lorthamar worked me to
Blood
the
elf Ozempic.
bone.
Well, it's only half.
And though I
He
learned
is only
much
up.
from him, Lady Liadrin was a greater challenge. Why haven't we just rebuilt the Sunwell, Liadrin? I could help if you would just show me how to use the light.
No!
You know.
You must stop asking me to. There is much
Much
about
different
me,
colored eyes.
about my people, that you cannot understand, Eritor.
Because of my human blood. She was right. I realized then I would not find what I sought in Quel'Thalas. I knew only half of who I was. So I traveled to Stormwind to become a paladin of the Alliance. To walk the path my father had. To find my true self among his people.
Went to Outland. That's where we first met him.
I learned their way with the light. And
He's looking
lived
for
up
his
to my
parents there.
father's legacy. Still, I yearned for something more. When I finally found my parents, I thought we could be a family. That I had found what I sought.
In space.
Eritor?
And yet,
Why does he look 80?
why did you never come home
Which
to
one?
me?
I'm sorry,
Yes.
my son. It was
Well,
our
Charlie
duty.
is like
There was
over
a
1,000
war
years
to
old.
fight. But just
Mostly
look at what
Eritor.
you have become in our absence.
It's the
I
fucking
needed you.
cheekbones.
Yeah.
My precious son, we longed for you. We fought so that you would survive. So that our world would survive.
How old is old
I
Eritor? I'm gonna look it
understand
up.
that. But we both know your war will never
Like
end.
40. 35 to 40 years old.
You asked, why this design? All my life I've been divided. Elf, human, mother, father, darkness, light. These dragons are the divisions that have defined my life. The two halves of myself. But I know now, I need not choose between them. I
What an
am
edgelord.
greater than the sum of my parts. I am not half anything.
I mean, you are.
He does have a stupid haircut, though.
He does.
The tattoos are fine. The haircut is...
Yeah.
So, I have a question for you.
Uh-huh.
What do you know about Silvermoon as a city?
That's where Kate grew up.
Mm-hmm.
Hi,
Thank you for the
Deva.
cheese. You know it was attacked by the Scourge in the Third War.
And the Sunwell blew up at some point.
They threw Kel'Thuzad, his phylactery, into the Sunwell, and it corrupted it. Are you aware that during the Burning Crusade, the Burning Legion attempted to use it as a portal to transport Kil'jaeden through it?
Yes. Oh no. I fell down.
Ugh. Okay. So that was essentially the last time that we really interacted with it. Apart from at one point during Miss Pandaria, they had briefly brought a puzzle box there containing the heart of Isharj. And it was purified at the end of the raid with Kil'jaeden. A Naru, whose name escapes me, but I can look up, who was on the brink of being corrupted into a Void Lord. Its core was thrown into the Sunwell. What was its name? Muru. Muru's core. They had been draining Muru to restore their connection to the light. It wasn't working, so they were sucking all the light out of it. It was turning into void. When we kill Muru...
So Nuru the Naru?
Muru is the Naru, yeah.
Okay.
When we kill it, it drops its core. We throw that into the Sunwell. Prophet Velen of the Draenei uses the light to purify it and turn it back into the Sunwell as we know it now. And it's been burning for quite a while. That unlocked the Golden Eyes option for Blood Elves. They're no longer dependent on Fel energy. They have a source of light as opposed to Arcane, which is what they had before. So they went from blue eyes to green eyes to gold eyes. The Blood Elves have never really been about the light. They've always been about the Arcane. This turn to the light is a new thing. But they were priests of something, presumably the light, in Warcraft 2 when they were introduced to us. All elves are rangers and priests in Warcraft 2. But they never said what they were priests of, just ambiguously priests.
Priest of the Blood Elves.
We can take it to mean probably the light. What their independent beliefs about the light are is not known, because they are different than what the Arathi believe about the light. It's different than what the Clerics of Stormwind believed about the light. But mutually understandable between them. They had paladins. That's something that they learned from the Clerics of Stormwind. Stormwind invented paladins. Alonsis Fowl, who you met in the last video, who's now an undead.
Yes.
He was the bishop who anointed the paladins as paladins. Previously, they were just clerics. Basically said, hey, priest, get some gains, pick up this hammer, start throwing it at people. And it seemed to work, so they kept doing it.
Is it here's the hammer, get good?
Yep. Now, the Scourge obviously left some pretty major scars on the land there. And until this expansion, it's been scarred. They've been working on fixing it. To be seen what they've actually managed to do to fix it. Half of the city was basically destroyed by the Scourge. The other half survived. Not for any particular reason other than Arthas was just kind of moving in a straight line and didn't stick around to burn everything down. Mm-hmm. He sort of just battering rammed through it to get to the Isle of Keldadas, which is where the Sunwell is. Now, the other faction that is important in that area is the Amani Trolls. And you know, obviously, about 2,000 years ago, the Trolls were a big problem for the Elves because they built on their ancestral lands. When the Highborn came across during the Sundering, they occupied the area of northern Eastern Kingdoms, and they plunked down the Silvermoon City. They put down the Sunwell, poured the waters of the Well of Eternity into it, created the Sunwell. The Amani Trolls were not happy with that, and it was basically blood war forever. Do you recall how that was resolved?
No.
So the Blood Elves, or at the time they were the High Elves or Highborn, taught humans how to use magic. The early Arathi humans taught them how to use magic. They built Dalaran together as a college to teach mages magic. And then it turns out humans are a little different in how they practice magic than elves because we utterly obliterated the trolls. We cast down fire so hard. There was Meryl, who is now known as Meryl Fellstorm, who was a mage at the time, who was so angry at the trolls that he decided he just wouldn't die and used every magic he knew to keep himself alive. He's not really undead. He's just sort of like an arcane entity at this point. Yeah, he looks like a Forsaken, but he's something else. And he is presumably kept alive by Fel energies at this point. Yeah, he's a man too angry to die. and he burned a lot of the Amani trolls. And that really set them back.
Almond Fire is a Zandalari troll, right?
He is a Zandalari. That is the original troll race. Yeah. From which all the other ones descended.
Okay.
Including possibly the Farinir. We're not sure. Harinir, sorry. We're not sure exactly the evolutionary path there. We'll find out, I'm sure. We don't know if the Harinir came first, before the Zandalari, or if the Zandalari created the Dark Trolls, which then became the Harinir and the Night Elves. We're not sure. We'll find out. Cut to Warcraft 2. So, Warcraft 1, the orcs have defeated the humans, Stormwind has been raised, and all the humans flee to Lordaeron, which is Undercity, which is where the Forsaken eventually end up, so you have context. Blackhand has been defeated, and Doomhammer is the new leader of the Horde. Gul'dan has been ousted, and Ner'zhul is leading his version of the Horde as well. But Doomhammer, he takes his guys north, and they stomp through Ironforge. They fuck up all the dwarves there. All the dwarves lock themselves inside out of fear of being destroyed. But that wasn't his goal, so he keeps going. If you bring up a map, actually, I can show you exactly where the path is. Zoom out all the way. Yep, all the way. Go to Azeroth. Go to Eastern Kingdoms. It's not really labeled, but if you look, there's like two halves, and you're hovering over Ironforge, you go up one. So wetlands, and then up one more into Barathi Highland. So there's a bridge that connects that area. So they cross that bridge. But right about there is where they also encountered some human ships. So they got the ability to set sail on the ocean. That was a huge advantage for them. And they also met not Vol'jin, not Sen'jin. What the hell's his name? Hold on. Gotta get my names correct here. Gonna proceed.
Hi, Puka.
Hello. I'm trying to remember words.
Words
And doing
are
a bad
hard.
job of it. Yep, sure is.
Why is the Dark Portal a house?
What?
The little icon for the Dark Portal is a house.
I don't know. Zul'jin. Zul'jin joined the Dark Horde, the original Horde, under Doomhammer, saying,
Not
like,
our
if
Horde.
you... No, the original Horde. Said, if you help us reclaim our land from the elves, we will help you take over and kill the humans. Basically was the plan. Said, okay, well, we'll march up into Silvermoon, and we'll kill all the elves. They got there. Turns out the elves have a lot more magic than the orcs had ever encountered before. They got wards and stuff. Didn't work out. And Blackhand basically said, okay, bye. Leaving Zul'jin down an arm. He lost an arm in that battle. And pretty pissed off. Not big fans of the Horde at that point either.
Yeah, I wouldn't be either.
Yeah. And then he really didn't do anything about it until the Burning Crusade, in which point, the Blood Elves were starting to get their magic back through the use of Fel energies. And he said, you know what? I've had enough of this shit. I'm going to start stealing Loa, gathering their power. We're going to worship it the old way. We're going to do some dark magic to the Loa.
Hi, Dargan.
And we're going to go on the assault against the Blood Elves. And we kill him. He is dead.
Mm.
In Cataclysm, I think, Dakara tried to inherit that troll tribe from Zul'jin, who was dead. That didn't go well either for him. We killed him too. Which leaves us with his son and daughter, Zul'jara and Occupied? No. I've only seen pictures of them. Who are now running the Amani trolls. And I guess we have a audiobook about Zuljara?
Well, it says Zuljara, Legacy of the Amani.
I'm sure that'll explain better. We should get into the flow of things before we start that audiobook. So I will take us back over to the quests. We're not going to be reading the quests out loud or anything like that. We're just going to kind of grind through them, put that on in the background, and probably comment over it. So if you're here to try and listen to the audiobook, you came to the wrong place because we're going to talk over it.
Yes, it's just
background noise. Yep. We get us over there. Oh shit, I forgot something.
Oh, that's a pretty gazebo over there.
Yes. I forgot something though. You have a quest from Urel, and I also have a quest from Urel. We could pick up that quest.
I think we need to go to our respective garrisons to get it because I don't have a quest
no,
in yours.
We shouldn't have to do that. He's just sort of around, I think. Urel.
I think
There
he's
she is.
up. Oh, she. Yeah, see, I don't have a quest.
Can I share? I cannot share. Yeah, you got to go to yours.
Mm-hmm. How do I go to mine?
Right click your name, I think, and
view my garrison.
Yeah. Go back in and talk to Urel. Yep. She's going to ride with us on a Lafont.
On a Lafont?
Mm-hmm.
She has a quest for me here.
She does. Heroes
Yeah,
welcome.
I also have a question mark quest over here to speak to him.
I don't know what that is.
The mysterious flask.
Oh, it's your alchemy thing.
I gotta find Apatha.
Worry about that later. Talk to Urel. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. You're going to mount up? Lafont. You're going to leave your garrison. You're going to come find me. I'm just sort of traveling in a straight line on that road, so you'll catch up with me eventually.
I see your dot.
Cool.
I see you.
Okay. We're going to travel on the road. You can put the podcast thingy on, or the audiobook, whatever it's called.
My name is Mela Lee, and I voice Zuljara in World of Warcraft Midnight.
Good
Today
voice.
I'll be reading Legacy of the Amani. Join me.
How's the volume?
The sharp scent of soot, iron, and earth saturated the room. Firelight painted solemn faces in swatches of shadow and flame. A pyre burned atop an altar, crackling an accompaniment to the low croon of Kinduru's voice. The speaker swayed before ancient stone, shaped in the likeness of a great eagle. Her wings outspread, her noble face turned toward the hidden heavens. Akilzon, mother of storms and skies. Once primary loa of the Amani, but no more. She had forsaken them. And still, Kinduru danced. He stamped his feet against the packed earth in a sister rhythm to drums that beat for him alone. His arms twisted overhead, then spread wide as if he meant to take flight. From where she knelt nearby, Zuljara watched her uncle worship. She listened to him sing Akilzon's praises and beseech blessings that would never come.
Eartha Kitt.
Waste of time.
She kind of reminds me of her, the way she sounds.
Protested.
I agree.
With a last lingering note, Kinduru collected a wooden bowl from the altar and lifted it in offering and supplication. He bowed deeply before the great eagle, then faced Zuljara. She felt her spine straighten, but did her best to remain still, her knees in the dirt. her hands at her sides and her body bent forward. Hopefully, this would be done soon.
Oh, I'm going on the elephant.
Akilzon,
Kinduru called.
Yep, you got an elephant.
we lay your mark upon this chosen daughter.
He dipped a finger into the bowl. It came away a deep red, which he then swept against Zuljara's arms, shoulders, and neck.
Oh, there's a
You
question.
look just like your mother,
Kinduru murmured as he painted.
but I see the fierceness of your grandfather in your
Let's see for a
eyes.
second.
Sharp and dangerous.
Anger burned like venom in Zuljara's belly. I am nothing like him.
pick that
Kinduru's
up?
smile faded at the edges as he regarded her, still kneeling at the center of the hazy circle of torches, the smoke and cloying scent of the ceremonial oils heavy in the air. The speaker raised his voice once more.
Great
Hey, look, it says
Eagle,
all.
take her mind, body, and spirit under your wing. Give her strength and wisdom. Keep watch over her, guide her, so she may do the same for her people.
His paintless hand fell atop her head.
Zuljara, bloodborn of Zuljin, soon chieftain of the Amani.
His words were firm, but the
Ooh,
faintest
Zuljara
curl
is
to his
chieftain.
lip betrayed his pride.
I still don't understand why she has to do this.
Zuljan stood just outside the circle with their
There are
mother.
more.
And I don't understand why you have to step down. Then you mean to misunderstand.
Chieftain Zarama pushed from behind clenched
Nope.
teeth. Zuljara's annoyance mirrored the sharpness of her mother's reply. Why did her brother always make a point to press at an unpleasant topic as if it were a bruise? And now, of all times, this ceremony should have been a moment of celebration for their family. The two of them here to witness her ascension. Instead, a thread of tension twisted through it all, tight as a bowstring. Zarama went on.
You worry for your sister, but she is strong. Stronger than I.
It took every ounce of Zuljara's not insignificant will to keep her gaze from dragging to her mother's injuries. Burn wounds concealed by a cloak Zarama clutched closed as she spoke.
Strong enough to dissuade challenge from the other tribes. And you're not,
Zuljan retorted.
the mighty Zarama who fought off a Nalden on her own in the dead of night, then bloody from battle marched home bearing the scars of victory.
Some weeks ago, their mother's caravan was ambushed by the giants that roamed the forests near their settlement. They'd crushed her ribs in with a burning log, shattered her leg. Against such burns, even the greatest troll would find difficulty healing.
On top of everything
Oh,
else you've done,
Death's Fire.
Zuljan tutted, his voice snatching Zuljara back to the
Oh,
moment at hand.
buckets.
isn't that enough?
Few could match her mother, true. But Zuljara had begun to build her own legend. And not just as Zarama's daughter. Her skills in combat could not be denied. They'd been tested not only in training but in the wilds, during reconnaissance missions and skirmishes along their borders to maintain what lands had not been stolen. Zarama placed one hand upon her son's shoulder.
You don't have to defend my name. It stands on its own. But these are wounds I may not heal from.
Her hold on the cloak tightened.
If I remain chieftain, I'm challenged and defeated.
She did not have to finish. They all understood what that meant for their family, for their people. Zuljan pursed his lips around his tusks.
But you can...
Enough, Jean! Zuljara had little patience for her brother's protests. This is happening. It was always going to happen. Zuljan dipped his head in deference. He couldn't argue the truth of that. She
Wait,
was
there's
the
still a
eldest.
quest back there for me.
This was her
I
path.
didn't save
Where?
him.
Kinduru,
Hakan.
who stood by silently during their disagreement, as he so often did, cleared his throat.
If you are finished.
Zarama sucked her teeth and gestured for them to continue.
Gotta
Zuljara
put out the
faced her
fire, I
uncle.
guess.
As I was saying,
Nope.
He set his hand on her head once more.
Zuljara, bloodborn of Zuljin, soon chieftain of the Amani. Arise and present yourself worthy.
Zuljara pushed to her feet, her knees complaining, her legs numb. She could imagine her uncle prattling on about how in his day they could kneel for hours without issue. But the young people no longer pray.
This will probably be a cutscene.
Because there is no one to hear us. Finished, he backed away and bent low as he declared, "One to the other, let it be passed." Zarama approached her daughter, her cloak falling back to reveal her own painted palm, and a brief glimpse of the gnarled skin at the edges of scarred flesh. The sight tore at something inside Zuljara. With steady fingers, Zarama left her mark on her daughter's face and fate. Zuljara saw a softness dancing in her mother's eyes, something fond. Then it was gone. The other tribes await our arrival. Zarama took up her axe. It was a massive thing with spikes as long as her fingers around the head of the blade and flame at its heart. She faltered under its weight. Both Zuljara and Kinduru reached for her. Even Zuljan had stepped forward, but Zarama waved them off, then gathered herself with her shoulders back and her head high. Let us greet the future of the Amani. The journey from Akilzon's shrine to the meeting hall wasn't long at all. A single bridge hung suspended between the structures, situated on the two tallest hills. Amani-Za stretched out around them. The village had become a waypoint of sorts for any driven here with high elven blades and magic at their backs. The colonizers and their allies raided Amani lands and snatched up territory, forcing people from their homes. Those who weren't slain. Here, in the cover of Alkilzon's reach, there was safety.
Well, there's a quest for me.
This was sovereign land.
This guy.
At one time under the protection of the Loa. Survivors took time to recover before moving on, though some chose to remain. Thus the Amani survived in the shadows of the sprawling cities that had once dotted the empire. Cities Zuljara had never laid eyes on, but they filled her dreams still. Each stone placed by stories the elders told. When she and her brother were younger, their uncle and mother spoke of the past. How the Loa dwelled in their temples, and the speakers, who were numerous then, would invoke their blessings for everything, from the anointing of a new chieftain to the birth of new babes. The people offered prayers before eating, before travel, before visits to friends and family, before planting crops or harvesting the same, before placing bets on games or tournaments. Reverence for the gods saturated every aspect of Amani life. We were truly blessed, Kinduru would say with this far-off look in his eyes, a look of wonder and longing. Now, some might say the Amani were lucky to be alive. As their small group went along, Zuljara glimpsed new faces mingling among her people. Perhaps mingle wasn't the right word. The visitors remained in tight groups, though some broke off to speak with others. The rich brown armor and pale paint of the Witherbark was easy to identify. So were the brilliant yellows and burning oranges of the Shadow Pine, and the vibrant greens and blues of the Vile Branch. The bones of their masks made it especially easy to pick them out. As a matter of fact, the number of white faces amongst green was a surprise and a concern. There are so many, eh? I noticed as well, Kinduru murmured without turning. Seems Kolanji has traded elders for warriors. Zuljara barely repressed a snarl. Time spent at her mother's side meant she'd attended many a gathering with leaders from the other tribes. Of them all, she liked the arrogant Kolanji the least. I don't see any Reventusk, she remarked. Likewise. Have they been waylaid?
No.
Kinduru listened, though he did not sound convinced. Neither was she. Few good things resulted in the absence of a tribe's entire retinue. Guards stood on either side of the meeting hall's entry. At Zarama's approach, they straightened and offered salutes. The sounds and smells of the gathering reached Zuljara before the sight of it. Oiled leather, the heady aroma of roots and herbs carried by the shaman. And beneath it all, the acrid scent of sweat. Inside, each tribe had taken their usual place around the grand room. There were so many vile branch they spilled over into the empty space reserved for the Revan Tusk. Zarama paused to greet each tribe's representative personally, and Zuljara took the opportunity to scan the eastern wall of the room. Sure enough, a familiar face stuck out amongst the shadows.
Yeah, pick one of
A
these guys.
tall but slim figure stood braced against a support beam, arms folded, piercing green eyes slowly roving over their guests. Zuljara waited until that gaze found hers, then tilted her head in silent beckoning. The figure melted into the crowd, disappearing for a moment before re-emerging at her shoulder. Zuljara. Ralji. Zuljara didn't address the figure directly, instead keeping one eye on her mother as she finished her greetings. Any word from the Revan Tusk? None, Ralji offered. Barely a year older than Zuljara, Ral was one of their finest scouts. If there was anything amiss, she could uncover it. I've prepared a small search party just in case. Send word of whatever you find. Ralji bowed, then stepped back and away, slipping from the hall. What was that about? Came a curious murmur from Zuljara's back. Her brother no doubt overheard the conversation, but thankfully had not interrupted. Following a hunch, she shot him a look she hoped conveyed they would speak about it later. Too many roving eyes and open ears present. Zuljan's brow puckered. He clearly had questions, but held them behind pursed lips. Careful, or your face will get stuck like that, Zuljara said. I'll still be prettier. She smiled for the first time in hours. Leave it to Jean. Soon their group was moving again. The rumble of conversation receded as they passed. Those in attendance lowering their heads or offering salute to Zarama. It didn't go unnoticed that a number of Vile Branch did not. Zarama reached the table at the head of the room, taking her seat behind it. Zuljara stood at her mother's right hand and Zuljan on her left, while Kinduru made a show of bowing before stepping off to the side entirely. Zuljara followed her mother's gaze as it landed on each of the representatives at the front of their band. Well, 2 of 3. Kolanji remained seated and wore the faintest sneer. It widened when his gaze caught Zuljara's, and revulsion rippled through her.
We have much to discuss,
Zarama began. Heads bobbed. Affirmations scattered through the room like rain.
Our scouts bring word of newly established supply lines from the south. Behind their gilded walls, the elves are building something. We must be ready to stand against whatever comes.
Zarama's gaze flicked to the empty Revan Tusk section, but it was only for an instant.
To that end, I will no longer be your chieftain. I would have my daughter Zuljara lead in my place.
At the sound of her name, Zuljara stepped forward. Zarama continued.
Trained by my hand, she has braved many dangers to ensure the safety of our people. She has studied our enemy, knows their tactics, and will be their reckoning. The legend of our line sings in her blood.
Cheers erupted around the room, and pride swelled in Zuljara's chest. This was it. Everything her mother, her father, and her uncle had instilled in her. It was all for this moment. She lifted her chin as she had seen her mother, her chieftain, do so many times.
I believe,
an unpleasantly familiar voice interjected,
that before the mantle is passed, we get a say.
Kolanji tilted forward, flexing muscled arms covered in more scars than skin. Zuljara's jaw clenched tight.
Kolanji,
Zarama acknowledged with practiced poise.
You wish to speak?
The Vile Branch leader offered a smile that was all teeth.
I do.
He finally stood,
I
taking
need
hold
quite
of
a
a
few more.
massive
I gotta
mess.
find
There's quite a
some
few over
alive
here.
His head
ones.
was well
Over
worn
here.
from pounding his enemies into a pulp. The pommel shorn into a wicked red-stained spear. Lifting the weapon with one hand, he leveled it at Zuljara.
You claim this gal knows the elves. Has she faced them in more than border skirmishes? Stared down their numbers, the downpour of their arrows, the fire at their fingertips, and chosen to fight anyway?
Not for the first time since learning she was to be chieftain, Zuljara felt a hollowness in her being, a lacking she wasn't sure how to reconcile.
No, unsurprising.
Kalanji switched targets, aiming a thick finger at an unmoved Zarama.
Your family's failures have cost us what little our enemies didn't take. Now you present this untested child to lead?
He sucked his teeth, the insult carrying to every corner of the room.
I think not.
White-hot fury filled Zuljara.
You choose now of all times, infighting while the elves could be preparing an attack.
Manic delight danced across Kalanji's face.
Elves are the least of your troubles, gal.
He played his tongue against his teeth, teasing the leather band around one tusk.
I invoke the right of challenge.
The room exploded with cries of treachery from one side and the demand to honor the challenge from the other. Zarama lifted her hands for silence, but the tribes continued to hiss and spit. Weapons appeared in raised fists. Insults and accusations flew like spears. Cretans, all of them. Zul'Jin played at disinterest, but his wide eyes betrayed his worry. Fed up,
Don't you gotta turn it in over here?
snatched her mother's axe from its place on the
Real quick.
table. She hefted it overhead and with a roar brought it down. The blade struck the chamber floor with a sound like thunder, a webwork of cracks splitting the stone. A snarl curled her lips as she heaved the weapon from the fractured floor.
Your chieftain
like
called
listening
for
to her.
order.
She addressed
Yeah.
the gathering,
Really
while
good voice
glaring
acting.
at a still smiling Kolanji. Silence fell in her wake as she returned to her mother's side. Zarama's expression was unreadable, but the anger that had roiled in Zuljara glittered in her mother's eyes.
Very well.
Zarama said, her voice the quiet before a storm.
The challenge will be answered.
It was a miracle the conclave dispersed without violence. Kolanji took his forces and retreated beyond the bounds of the settlement. The other tribes returned to their designated lodgings. The hall stood empty, save for Zuljara
cut off a
and
foot.
her family. While an all-out brawl had been
I want those
avoided,
trees.
there was still plenty to fight about.
Let me face
Victor.
him.
Irritation pounded in Zuljara's temples.
He is one troll.
Jara, her mother began, while massaging her brow.
I can do it. No.
Zarama cut the air with her hand.
Kolanji may be a conniving, backstabbing snake, but his
entrance
fangs
where?
are sharp, and his strike is
Around.
deadly.
Down here.
Her gaze fell to where her axe rested on the table once more.
If he wants a fight, then I will give it to him.
Incredulity
Kill all these
lodged
guys, yes?
itself in Zuljara's throat like a fist. Before she could shake it loose,
I don't
Kinduru
have this
interjected.
one
And you will
What?
lose. Don't look at
to
me
kill
like
these
that.
guys.
I
There's
was
a
there
quest
when you
over
all
here
but
that I
tumbled
don't
into the
have.
healing hut. You were a mess. But
We're looking
thank
for
the
River
Lord
Beast card. You
were
already
alive.
got it.
Oh,
You've
there's a
only
quest
just
right
recovered
here.
enough to call this
Yep,
conclave
we'll
and
get that one.
stand for the ceremony. You cannot face another warrior in a fight to the death. Besides, if you stand in for Jara, it will only undermine her.
The speaker looked from his brother's wife to his niece, then back again.
Zuljara was the one challenged. By right, the decision is hers. And what about the next challenger?
Zul'Jin said.
Or the one after that? And the one after that?
Zuljara narrowed her eyes at her brother.
Why would... Kolanji didn't just pick a fight, he called you unworthy. Beating him
Need the
won't
herbs.
make that go away.
Unfortunately, her brother was right. Given the responses during the conclave, others shared Kolanji's sentiments. She could be fighting off challengers for the rest of her days as chieftain.
In my day,
Kinduru began.
here he goes again.
Zul'Jin murmured.
In my day,
Kinduru cut a look at his
What do I
nephew.
need?
Aloa's favor was
I still
enough
need
to
some
Blooming
dissuade
Mandragora.
challenges.
Yeah.
The Aloa are gone,
Oh,
Zarama
this.
snapped
No,
with a
this
tut,
frost
losing
tree.
her patience.
and so is their favor.
In moments like this, it was easy to feel how the Loa's absence haunted the tribes, like a broken bone left to heal without being set. Her people were recovering, but they would carry this hurt the rest of their lives.
No?
The Loa are missing,
No,
Okay.
it's
but
let's
their
slang.
favor lingers.
Kinduru turned to Zul'Jara.
You must make the climb to Akuzon's temple. Out of the question.
Zarama barked.
The mountain is too dangerous now.
Kinduru pressed on.
In the temple, you will find an axe. Akuzon gave
Where'd
it
you
to
get those
our
from?
people long ago.
It was
A gift
on the
from
log.
the Loa carries their divine touch. And while the journey is perilous, it is not impossible. Returning with the axe would be proof enough for
Okay.
many that while silent,
Back we go.
the Loa may still watch over us, over you. Defeat Kolanji with it. Show them you are worthy indeed.
Silence stretched to fill the hall. Whatever rebuttal Zarama had prepared seemed to wither on her tongue as she realized, along with the rest of them, that this was probably the only way to ensure the stability of her daughter's reign. She closed her eyes and released a breath heavy
Into the
enough that
cave.
Zul'Jara felt her own shoulders sag with it.
You truly wish to do this?
Zarama asked, her voice soft but tight. Zul'Jara nodded. I want to. I need to. Whether or not it means the Loa favor me, doing this will prove I am strong enough to lead our people and defend my name, undercut Kolanji's claim that I am untested. Without another word, Zarama rose and came around the table. Zul'Jara noticed how she favored her right leg in a slight limp, but said nothing. She simply went into her open arms.
What's
The
this good
challenge
poker?
requires 2 days of preparation.
Zarama whispered into her hair.
I can stall for that long. But if you don't return by the 3rd,
I'll make it, Mother. The embrace tightened, almost painfully so.
I got it.
you come back
I'm
to
ready.
me.
If
You
you pay
hear?
attention to what she just said, then click on the thing.
I know how to tell her
With
I'm
the
ready.
decision made,
I did.
Zul'Jara saw to
I
preparing.
don't know.
The mountain was not far, but the peak where the temple rested was high, and the enchanted winds that used to carry people to the dais went still the day the Loa vanished. Without the Sky Mother's blessing, the ascent was practically a death sentence, one Zul'Jara would face. Her eyes went to the gathered supplies spread across the table centered in her chambers. It was usually covered in maps and
What gives it a
missives.
nice glow?
Tonight, she'd laid out the provisions she'd need to make this journey. A
Okay.
knock sounded at her door, briefly distracting her from the task. Enter.
I gotta go
To
again.
her surprise, her brother stepped through. He took in the supply-covered table.
A little light for a 2-day journey.
I got it.
More than enough for
No,
what I
it doesn't
need to
count
do.
for both.
Zul'Jin sank back against the closed door. Neither spoke as she packed,
Something
the
Poison.
silence between them thickening until...
There are other ways you could defeat Kolanji. Ways that don't
Chilling
involve you
around.
risking your life for a ceremonial weapon that means nothing now that the Loa are gone.
It wasn't the words themselves, but the way he spoke,
Poison.
softly as if sharing a secret, that made Zul'Jara pause. She considered him carefully. Such as...
Poison.
A poison?
Tempting,
She said it too.
Zul'Jara admitted.
Ooh.
But no. Nothing potent enough to take his life. Just slow him.
Okay.
Steal his strength for a while. Give Mother time to...
So you doubt me as well, hmm? Zul'Jara spun to
There you
face
go.
her brother.
Yay.
She felt her lips purse and her brows lift in an open challenge for him to answer. Zul'Jin met the look with his usual quiet confidence. A lifetime together
Grab all these.
meant he had something of a
I
handle
can't
on
grab
his
it yet.
sister's
She's not
moods.
done.
I am probably the one person who never doubted you. But if you want to stand a chance against Kolanji, you should spend the next few days resting, training, anything but chasing after some fairy tale.
Enough, Jean. Enough! She cut the air between them with her hand. I am doing this. I have to do this.
Why?
Get this one over
That
here, too.
single word was both demand and plea.
Diesel.
She could see it in his eyes. The hurt, the fear. For her. She wanted
We'll
to
turn in
hug
the
him,
hoof.
To pull him close and promise all would be well. I just do. I don't expect you to understand. A different sort of pain flickered across his face. Then I suppose it's a good thing that I don't. With a feeling like stones in her stomach, Zuljara returned to making her preparations. And you never will. The silence from before returned. She did her best to ignore it, to ignore the feeling of her brother's eyes boring into the back of her head. Then, just before she gave in to the need to say something, tell him to leave or to help, he spoke. I've known you to be many things, sister. Steady, passionate, strong, kind, but never foolish. Until now. Don't let your stubbornness cost more than you can give. The door thumped closed behind him. Left alone, Zuljara simply stood in the quiet. She knew her brother's words were born of concern, but to suggest such underhanded tactics...
Oh, don't walk on the flowers.
Then again, the Vile Branch weren't exactly known for their stringent morality. Another knock shook her from her contemplations. I'm not in the mood for any more of your nonsense, John. What did he do this time? Came an amused voice. Zuljara turned to find Ralji standing in her doorway, her face full of gentle teasing, and couldn't help but smile faintly in return. Nothing. Just... my brother has a way with words. Sometimes the wrong way. She gestured for Ral to enter. What did you find? The scout closed the door before speaking. The Revan Tusk were not waylaid. They didn't come. What? They didn't come. Ralji splayed her empty hands as if in apology. In protest in protest. She didn't have to say why. Zuljara already knew.
Oh, I fall asleep.
She spat. My becoming chieftain? Maybe. Ralji crossed the small space to make herself comfortable on the bed. She patted the spot beside her in silent beckoning. My sources say chatter about the elves gathering strength has them concerned. Not just them. Zuljara flopped beside Ral, earning a faint chuckle.
Tim, it's on the wall.
But the protest is more a judgment on what happened the last time the tribes joined forces than you personally, if it makes you feel better. It doesn't. Ralji's expression softened as she folded one of Zuljara's hands in hers. It's not you. The warm press of fingers was a comfort. But Zuljara's traitorous thoughts would not leave her be.
We're done here.
No, just my family. One more stone my grandfather has placed around my neck. Bending at the waist, she dropped her face into her hands and swallowed a frustrated groan. I can't pretend to know what you're going through. Hands fell to her shoulders and drew her out of her wallowing. But you don't need to face it on your own. Those same hands then lifted to cup either side of her face, thumbs brushing against her cheeks. There are people you can turn to.
Ghosts.
People who care for you. Zuljara's ire abated. She bowed her head and shut her eyes when Ralji's brow pressed to her own. I know. Yet you will climb a cursed mountain alone. No doubt Ral had choice words about Zuljara's decision. I've climbed many mountains alone. I would go with you.
You'll eat the eggs too.
I know. Without hesitation. I know. Ralji sighed, the sound weighty with resignation and the quiet disappointment of being unable to help those you love. If you know so much, then you know I'm not happy about this. And that I'll be right here for you. Ralji folded her arms around Zuljara and held her close in the coming dark. Always. The village was quiet when Zuljara crept from her home and down the empty pathways. Under the cover of night, she was able to slip into the forest without alerting the Amani sentinels or the Vile Branch contingent camped at their door. Keeping a steady but swift pace, she went over her plan for the 100th time. It was much too dark to make the steepest part of the climb, but she would go as far as she could. If she set out again at first light, she could reach the peak by mid-afternoon. Then it was just a matter of finding the axe, climbing back down and returning in time to meet Kolanji's challenge. It was a loose plan with too many opportunities for disruption, but it was all she had. Along the path, she happened upon small shrines dedicated to Akilzon. In the past, these monuments would be covered in candles and offerings left by the faithful. Tribute crafted by a believer's hands or baskets full of food. Some even offered furs from hunts, all meant to curry favor in various aspects of life. After the Loa ceased speaking, the shrines grew empty and dark. It was at one of these sacred sites that she decided to make camp. The area was relatively flat, slightly open but elevated. Not the most concealed, but defensible if necessary. Lowering her bag, she began to unpack what was needed for the night. Around her, the forest lay still. No wind, no creatures burrowing in the undergrowth. Yet her time amongst the trees meant when leaves rustled a touch too sharply, she knew she wasn't alone. She reached as if to pull something else from her pack, but closed her hand around her spear instead. Another rustle, this time closer, then closer. When her would-be assailant reached the edge of the clearing, Zuljara sprang upward, spinning on her heel in the same motion. There, a figure in the dark. She leapt, ready to drive her weapon through their heart. Hands went up in defense.
Zara!
I see that. Yeah.
Shock iced her body mid-lunge, and she nearly tripped over herself in an effort to stay her attack. Her brother's eyes were wide in the moon's light, dancing between her and the tip of her spear. "What are you doing?" she demanded in a hiss. Zul'Jin slowly lowered his hands, hopefully not losing my head, but only barely. She dropped her weapon, though not before smacking the pommel against her idiot sibling's arm. "I could have killed you." Zul'Jin followed to where her pack rested. "You're too skilled for that. Why are you skulking around in the dark? Isn't it obvious?" he asked in that sarcastic tone of his. "I'm here to help. I don't need your help." "You might. You could have been attacked by Nalden, or elves. So could you. Look, I know you have it in your head to do everything on your own. You have since we were children." Zuljara scowled, hoping that if he couldn't see her expression clearly, he could feel it. "You're still a child. Yet you're the one throwing a tantrum." He dodged another swing of her spear. "Let me start over. I understand why you're doing this." He paused, considered, then confessed. "Actually, I don't. But we promised to face this world and its challenges together. You are always going to lead, and I was always going to be there to support you. If this is how it starts, with you climbing a mountain in the middle of the lower Forsaken Night to find some fancy axe, then I'm with you." Staring at her brother, hearing his words, the last embers of Zuljara's
I got one more
irritation
phantom
cooled.
pearl tusk.
She sighed,
It's like-
shaking her head. "You're supposed to be the
over
clever
here.
one." Zul'Jin smiled, eyes twinkling. "I am. Pretty foolish to come after me by yourself. I trek these forests alone all the time. You still get lost in markets. In my defense," Zul'Jin began as he stepped closer.
Treasure
"That
chest.
place is chaos incarnate, and there's no way I can get lost following you." Despite their recent disagreements, Zul'Jin had been in her shadow their whole lives, not plotting a betrayal or planning his own rise, but genuinely there to look after her, as he knew she would always look after him. "Fine. If you're going to come, at
we'll do
least
that real
make
quick.
yourself useful. Gather wood for a fire." Between the two of them, the task of setting camp was a quick one. Soon they sat near the trembling light of a newborn fire,
at each
rations
one.
warming on a stone. Zuljara poked at the flame's innards to coax out a bit more light and warmth, while her brother busied his hands with coal and parchment. He was sketching, she realized. "You haven't done that for a while." "Hmm?" She gestured to the drawing. "I do it all the time." He scratched out a few more lines of what appeared to be a portrait. "You just don't pay attention anymore." "Don't pay attention anymore." She pitched her voice to mock him, then smiled and leaned forward with interest. Her breath caught cold in her chest. It wasn't an exact likeness. Things built from memory hardly ever were. But she knew the face
I
all
didn't
the
stop.
same.
Go back.
"Is that..."
I couldn't click
Jean
on it.
nodded. "Father, I draw him sometimes. When I'm afraid
Okay.
I'm forgetting what he looked like, or wondering what he might do or say. He tilted the parchment so she could get a better look. Zoljara stared, transfixed. Jean was little when they lost their father, so it made sense he would struggle to hold on to the memory. Zoljara had been only slightly older, but for her, it never faded. She remembered strong arms, scooping them onto broad shoulders. She remembered how his booming laughter had filled their home. The father was a big man with a big heart. Kinduru would tease him for being the soft one. Compared to Zarama, most were. But that never stopped Manye from doting on his children. Where their mother exemplified discipline and the iron will of a chieftain, their father had embodied
eyeballs.
Love for one's family and people. Zarama prepared her children for the realities of the future, for the trials that would surely come. Manye had instilled in them a respect for the past, when the Loa still enchanted their world and dreams of reclaiming their people's greatness seemed not so distant. What do you think he'd say? Zul'Jin asked, drawing Zoljara out of the memories. About all this, I don't know. Zoljara turned to check the food and sneakily wipe a few tears from her face. Maybe he'd say you should go home before you get yourself hurt. Zul'Jin narrowed his eyes, then set aside the sketch and shifted closer. You're the oldest and the heir, but don't forget I was there too, for Mother's lessons, for her training, during long nights when the weight of everything, not just the position but the defeat that placed it on her head, the broken legacy it carried, the withdrawal of our Loa and growing mistrust of the people nearly crushed her. Without father and uncle by her side, it would have.
This one.
Zoljara glared at the flames, watching them twist and dance. He was right. But that made the unfairness of it all harder to bear. You were the one born to carry the burden, but I know it as intimately as you do. I don't want to see my sister broken. Hissing, Zoljara pulled away. I am not breaking. In the swaying light of the fire, Zul'Jin's gaze was steady and a touch saddened. Maybe not now, but if you continue down this path you've chosen. I didn't choose this path. It was chosen for me, same as it was chosen for Mother, by their grandfather's actions. Deep down, Zoljara blamed Zul'Jin for what had befallen their people. If he hadn't let his pride bait him into challenging the Horde, then the Amani's subsequent defeat wouldn't have shattered them. And perhaps the Amani and her family wouldn't have fallen so far.
We can't give
For
up
all
now.
his blustering and pomposity, Kolanji was right about one thing. Failure was part of her inheritance. You've got that look on your face, Zul'Jin remarked flatly. What look? She
I guess we're fighting.
The I don't care what Jean says, I'm gonna do what I want look? A smile broke free despite her mood. A small one. There's a look for that? That one. He brought a knuckle to her face and dug it into her cheek. Right there. Stop. She swatted him away with one hand and rubbed her face with the other. Her small smile
She said, tell me when you're ready, and I clicked on her and I couldn't tell her when I was ready.
He said. Can't go to bed angry. Something else their father taught them. Thinking of him settled something in Zoljara. What she wouldn't give to be able to ask his advice on all of this. But he was gone.
I had to click on her
We can go
too.
back, Zul'Jin said. Come up with a plan that doesn't risk you falling from a mountaintop. I won't fall, but you could. Then Mother will have to face the challenge while injured and grieving. How do you think that would go? She could feel her brother's eyes on her. But instead of answering, she took up a portion of the now burnt meal and held it out. Eat, then rest.
Not really sure where she wants us to go, but I'm following her, I
The
guess.
sun hadn't even crested the horizon when they broke camp, Zoljara taking the lead and setting the pace. Zul'Jin followed wordlessly, accompanied by the constant scritch and scratch against his drawing pad. Just like when we were younger.
Typically escaping does not include going directly through their camp.
Rising early to see to a litany of duties, with Jean trailing after. Jean, who was ever present, ever loyal. While she wouldn't admit it aloud, she was glad he'd followed her one more time. They didn't stop to rest or eat. instead passing the water sack and a hunk of dry
There
boar
was no
back and
loot
forth
in my
as they
pretty
walked.
flower.
Somehow they reached the final climb without incident. At last, a stroke of good fortune.
Okay, not up.
Right, she nodded, then tightened the strings on her pack. Wait here while I
I
Wait
can't do that
here.
in combat?
Zuljan barked an
I'm not in
incredulous laugh.
combat.
You still want to do this alone?
There you go.
I'll go faster with just...
If you are so determined to die, why not just jump off the mountain and be done with it, eh? Kolanji can swing his mace at your memory.
Zuljara felt her anger rise to a spear's
There's a
point.
turn him
What
back.
do you want me to do, Jean?
Yeah, no.
Put
You're
venom
gonna
in
do
his
stuff for him,
food?
might as well
Maybe
do it.
slit his throat
Oh.
in his sleep? He shrugged.
Better him dead than you.
So you would have me live with the shame of such a thing?
He'd do it to you if he could. And the point is, you'd live.
I know you don't mind running from a fight, but not all of us are comfortable skulking in the shadows and striking from hidden places. Our people need a
Where's he
leader,
go?
not a coward. Zuljan recoiled as if struck, his eyes swimming with hurt. That's when it hit her that he thought she was talking about him when she meant Kolanji. She opened her mouth to apologize, but paused. If Jean was upset with her, he wouldn't want to go. He'd turn back. He'd be safe. Then, after she retrieved the axe and returned home, she could explain. While it killed her to hurt him like this, it was for the best. It's what a chieftain would do.
No, look at him.
Some small part of her screamed.
You can't leave it, apologize.
Instead, she lifted her chin. The pain on her brother's face vanished under a mask of indifference, which was worse than if he had shouted at her. He nodded.
It rained a couple of days ago,
he murmured, his voice far calmer than it should have been. It sent a shudder through her.
Mind the loose rocks.
Then he turned and started back the way they'd come. Zuljara watched
There's
him
a
go,
quest over here.
still wanting so desperately to call after him,
Oh,
to
I'll come
chase
there in a
him,
second.
grab him, say she didn't mean it that way. She swallowed the words and impotent desires, then spun on her heel and started her climb. Fueled by her anger
She was
at herself,
hiding.
Zuljara took to the mountainside like a spider, hand over hand, foot over
I gotta go
foot.
get this fly
The burn
thing
in her
over
belly
here.
propelled her ever upward. Twice, she nearly lost her
Gotta figure out how you
footing
get a
and
star
almost
lily.
went plummeting to her death. But her training and skill kept her grounded. She had no idea how long she clung to the side of the mountain, but eventually she managed to heave herself onto the temple dais. She collapsed against the smooth stone, her arms trembling, her lungs on fire. The sun burned overhead, blindingly so, as if to encourage her to get a move on. Its position put the time at just a few hours past midday. She lifted a hand to shield her eyes from the judgmental light.
I found the Rangari.
Finding her feet on the
Huh?
precipice, she faced
I found
the
the
temple.
Rangari.
Years of
It counts for
abandon
both of
had
us.
left it crumbling in
Good.
some places and discolored in others.
Found the pristine star
But it
lily.
evoked a sense of awe all the same. It was with a surprising amount of reverence that she climbed the stairs, bypassed the empty and broken altars on either side, now home to a number of eagle nests, and stepped into the cool shadow of the central tower. As she passed through the archway and into the main hall, she noticed the statues. 3 eagle heads, one on each wall. They peered down at her as if from on high,
You don't have a lumber on
their
this.
empty eyes assessing, scrutinizing. She ignored them, instead taking in
we
the
need
rest of
more.
the space.
I know. Over there.
Benches covered in tattered cloth, offering bowls left empty, some in pieces on the floor. It wasn't hard to envision this place in its prime, full of priests, speakers, and worshippers. The walls must have vibrated with their veneration. Sunlight poured through the slat above the entryway, and when a gust of wind stirred dust and ash from long burned-out pyres, the mixture thickened the air with a cloud of twinkling starlight. It was lovely and disgusting. Coughing, she covered her nose and mouth and squinted against the haze. There, something glinted at the base of an altar not unlike the one she'd knelt at yesterday.
Okay.
Something metallic.
Now
She
we-
crossed the distance at
where's
a
the
run,
clarity look?
sliding to
Oh,
a stop, the
somebody
scent
over
more
here.
dust flying. Covered in a layer of grime and cobwebs was the axe. Slowly, reverently. Zuljara curled her
turning the other
fingers
plus.
around the handle
Over there. Okay,
and
well, we'll do
lifted.
this rest.
It was old but finely crafted, heavy, but not too much so. Well balanced.
We need the Frosias
It
now.
had seemed larger from farther
guess so.
away. A trick of the light, perhaps. The axe fit perfectly in her hands, almost as if it had been made for her. She tightened her grip and gave it a test swing. It cut the air beautifully. The edge still looked sharp enough to cut a man clean in half.
I'm
Or
squeezing
an
him.
arrogant Vile-Branch chieftain.
Have you
With her
expressed your
cries
toads
attained,
today?
she turned to go
Uh-huh.
but paused when her gaze lit upon one of the 3 eagle heads, watching her. Zuljara didn't put much stock in making offerings that always went ignored, but it felt wrong to take this without leaving anything in return. Besides, she had nothing to give except
Come here, I gotta squeeze you,
raising the
Frosh.
axe on open palms. She bowed
Squeeze,
her
squeeze,
head.
squeeze.
My uncle says you're still listening. Her voice cracked against the words. I don't know if I believe that, but I do know our people need something to believe in. I could use something to believe in. A scream shattered the
I'm being followed by
stillness.
squads, frogs.
Jeanne! Panic kicked against her ribs as she bolted for the exit, her heart in her throat, its frantic pulse screaming in her ears. She leapt whole flights of stairs to reach the edge of the dais
I
as
need loose
quickly as
mud.
possible. What she saw below sent fear
Don't tell me the last
cascading
one
through
yet.
her. Zul'Jin dove to one side just as a massive club slammed into the ground, sending a spray of dirt and rock into the air as if it were water. A Gnarldin roared as it hefted the weapon, which was
Find the one that's
truly
over here.
just a tree with the branches broken off.
I
creature wasn't
did not
alone.
see any over
At
there.
least 2 more giants lumbered after it, all of them clamoring to get to
There's
her
one
brother.
like right over here.
Zul'Jin darted around, the grubby fingers grabbing for him. Zuljara dropped down the handholds quickly. It was dangerous, foolish even. One wrong catch, and she'd be sent flying off the mountainside. She didn't care. She had to get to her brother. One of the creatures reached for Zul'Jin, but he
there
drew
too.
his daggers
Apparently I already
into
got
its
that.
meaty hand before darting aside as it pounded the ground, howling in pain. He tried ducking between the legs of another, but it caught the hem of his cloak. The fabric tightened around Jean's throat, choking off his shout
I can't see
as
them
the
anymore,
monster
I felt it.
hurled him toward a tree. The heavy thud made Zuljara's teeth ache. Then Zul'Jin hit the ground, tumbling over the edge of a rise. Frantic Zuljara flung herself forward with a roar. No, Jeanne! No, Jeanne! No. The sound echoed along the mountain, and all 3 giants turned toward her. Her leap carried her through the air, the blade finding a home
Where the
in the
heckity
neck of the
heck?
Gnarldin that had thrown her brother. She felt the give of flesh, the snap of bone. Blood sprayed the other Gnarldin, blinding
They're
them
all in shallow pools. They're
temporarily.
not in the like,
Panic
deeper water.
shrieked in her ears as
Yeah, I
she
know.
scrambled
This is
to the
shallow
cliff's
right
edge.
here, and I'm going across.
Relief
to see.
nearly sent her toppling over when she saw Zul'Jin was alive, clinging to a root jutting out of the cliffside. Their eyes met, and without a word he reached for her. She hauled him up onto solid ground, pulling him tight against herself, and then shoving him back when the remaining Gnarldin seemed to get their bearings. They bellowed as they charged, fists and weapons lifted. Stay behind me, Zuljara called, then raced forward to meet them. She had no way to tell if her brother listened to her or not, but she couldn't focus on that. Her grip tightened on the axe, and she swung. Again and again, she brought the weapon
I
up
would love
and
to know
around,
where it is.
slicing at muscled limbs and massive feet. Some of the blows glanced off their makeshift weapons, but that didn't slow her. She kept at it. The next swing sending a leg flying and the giant that lost it howling to its knees. A blow to the back of the head
play around a
finished
little.
it off. And then she faced her final opponent. She didn't see the unstable patch of rock until she was already mid-leap, bringing the axe down on the remaining Gnarldin. Her weapon found its mark in the creature's chest, sinking deep. She held on and rolled the body as it fell right onto the sloping earth. The Gnarldin slammed into the ground, which immediately began to dissolve beneath it, beneath her. Jara! Her brother's cry was the last thing she heard before she felt the world give way under her feet. The sky opened up above her as she was pulled down into darkness. Zuljara dreamt of shadow, of the deep night, of impossibly high mountains. She was climbing one, hand over hand, grueling inch by inch.
Good grief.
The stones cut
Why is
into
this
her
so hard to
palms,
find?
and they wept fire. And no matter how long she climbed, she could never reach the top. She wanted to stop, but she knew she couldn't. They were counting on her.
I'm not just blind,
They were
am I?
behind her, following.
You don't have any
If she
eyes.
stopped, they would fall.
True.
She would fail. So she kept going, kept pushing toward the summit where her grandfather stood, staring down at her. There was judgment in his eyes. Anger flushed Zuljara's entire body. Don't you look
It would have to be
down
one of the
on me,
ones over
she
here that you haven't
growled
seen
between
yet.
clenched teeth.
Well, I haven't gotten any over here.
Her voice echoed around her, shaking the mountainside. It felt like the entire thing could give way. Still, Zuljin continued to stare, unblinking, unspeaking. You! Zuljara seethed. She pulled herself upward, faster now, spurred on by her rage. You! Faster still, impossibly so. She was on her feet now, running up the mountain face. You! Akilzon's axe was suddenly in her hands. A gust
see
of wind
anything
hit
around
her
here?
back, launching her
No.
into the air, up and over her grandfather. Coward!
Nothing.
She brought
Loot
the
those
axe
so they
down
don't
on
sparkle.
his head. Fire erupted around her, bright
Oh,
and
too late. They
blazing.
stopped
The
sparkling.
axe vanished, consumed by the blaze.
Nothing in
So
this
did
lake.
Zuljin. She was certain
This
she
one
would
here.
be next. But it didn't happen. There was no heat, no
Nothing in any of
pain,
these.
just blinding light and the wrath thrashing in her chest. Her eyes fluttered open. For a moment, the world was unfamiliar shapes and colors that gradually sharpened into the familiar sight of her
Nothing in these
room.
ones here.
What? Her throat rebelled against the
Nothing.
desire to speak.
Okay, here's what I'm
Felt
gonna
like
do.
swallowing shards
stay
of
here.
glass. The jostle of movement
I'm
at her
going
side
to-
preluded. Kinduru
I gotta-
leaning in over her, his face drawn up in worry. When
Poppy,
their
you've already
eyes
got them
met,
all. You need to squeeze
his
another
breath
frog,
left
that's
him
all.
in a rush.
Oh,
Zuljara, he
Well,
stammered,
goose chase.
relieved. Akilson be
Apparently.
praised. Akilson, Zuljara
I thought
repeated in a whisper.
it made the noise
Her
when
mind
I
struggled
squeezed a
to
frog.
take hold of a memory.
So I thought that
Of
got
a
on my
temple at
frogs.
the top of a mountain and an
Nope.
axe in her hands. What happened? Kinduru sank back into the chair at her bedside. You fell, he said, breathless with disbelief. From the face of Akilzon's reach. That height should have killed you, but you barely had a scratch. She understood her uncle's words individually, but couldn't quite make sense of what he was saying.
What do we do for
Fell, she repeated.
the elixir?
So,
He nodded.
over here.
Zujan found you near the mountain's base, in an eagle's nest of all things. Somehow you survived. You even managed to keep hold of the axe. He brought you home.
Zuljara followed her uncle's gaze
Somehow
to the
Zuljara has
familiar-looking
returned.
axe resting against the wall. Where did
Yeah, it's
that...
Valen.
Akilson. At that realization, memories flooded her mind in reverse,
Drinky drink.
fighting the giants with the axe, climbing to the temple where she'd discovered the weapon. The reason she went searching for it to begin
Do I need
with.
to
The challenge!
pause and unmute?
She bolted upright in bed, her
Nah.
muscles aching. How long was I asleep? The shock on Kinduru's face melted away under trepidation.
At least a day. The challenge is underway.
Dread dropped
vision of
cold
things
to
to come.
Zuljara.
Your mother
Kinduru continued.
has gone to meet Kolanji in your place.
No! Zuljara gasped. Injured as Zarama was, she did not stand a chance. Without another word, Zuljara threw off the blanket and forced her body to stand. She ignored the sharp stab of protest between her ribs.
What are you doing?
Kinduru demanded. You know what I'm doing, she snapped, taking up the axe.
You are in no condition to fight.
You said it yourself. I should be dead. Anything else is condition enough. Zuljara stormed from the room, through their home, and out to where her war bear waited.
The challenge will be met at the Broken Throne.
Kinduru called as she climbed into the saddle and snapped the reins.
Akilzon's wings speed you.
The chanting of the gathered crowd reached Zuljara's ears before she caught sight of the ruined city. There were roars and jeers back and forth, signaling the trading of blows.
Look, it's Kara.
The fight was still on. The way was clear, save for a few stragglers, Amani sentinels, and Vile Branch warriors eyeing one another from either side of the main
Her
thoroughfare.
core is what's in Ashburn.
Zuljara rode past them without a thought, ignoring the shocked cries of her name as well as insults hurled at her back. She made for the arena, pushing her bear to climb. Faster.
My VTuber model.
Faster. At the crest, she leapt from the saddle and landed with a grunt. Pain rolled through her, but she kept going. The crowd was thick with spectators, their cheers punctuated by the ringing of clashing weapons. Move! She tried to scream, but her throat still burned, the word flaking away. Move! As she shoved through the throng surrounding the fighting ring, Zuljara did not have to turn to know her brother was at her side.
I think we're phased.
She could feel his presence simply shift into place, as it often did.
Your chieftain said to move!
Zul'Jin boomed, louder and with more fervor than Zuljara had ever heard from him. People turned, saw them, then obediently stepped aside. Zuljara raced forward, reaching the arena floor just as Kolanji ducked a swing from Zarama's axe, then drove the sharpened end of his mace into her middle. The sound of her mother's flesh splishing left Zuljara frozen. She stared as Zarama clutched at the weapon shoved in her belly. Kolanji yanked it free, and Zarama fell forward, dropped to her knees in the dust, catching herself on one hand. As she sank lower and lower to the ground, everything seemed to slow. Kolanji raised his arms wet with blood into the air as he gloated. Zuljara couldn't hear his words over the rising thunder of her own heart in her ears. Mother, no! Impossibly, Zarama turned as if she'd heard that desperate cry. Her eyes found Zuljara. She saw her daughter. She saw the axe. The fear in her gave way to peace. She smiled, blood-stained lips moving around words that would never reach Zuljara's ears. Then she fell still. The sight of her mother lying there, the red pooling beneath her, belted something inside Zuljara like a mallet striking steel.
The red water's coming out.
The molten cold of grief that had seized her limbs thawed beneath the rage pouring through her. It bubbled and frothed, scorching her insides, filling her until it had nowhere else to go. Then it burst free. There would be stories told and songs sung of Zuljara's first true war cry. How it erupted from her like fire from a volcano, hot and scorching. How it shook the ancient stones of the broken throne and beyond. Any who heard would liken it to the shriek of a great eagle. And for days afterward, those who weren't there, but still heard, believed Akizon had returned. But it was not so. The Loa had not returned. But a legend was born.
Ha! The child!
Kolanji laughed.
Just in time to be made an orphan.
He raised a hand and beckoned.
Come on, then.
Jara, wait, Zuljin began. But she was already racing across the arena floor. Kolanji stepped away from her mother's body to face her. She threw her full weight into a swing. The blade of her axe crashed into Kolanji's mace. The force of it reverberated through her, stunning her just long enough for his meaty fist to find her jaw. She saw stars. The taste of blood filled her mouth. She threw herself backward to create distance and lifted her weapon. Kolanji chuckled, low and taunting.
You have fire. I'll give you that. When I'm finished with you, I think I will take your head and your brothers.
He glanced to where Zuljin stood at the arena's edge, shouting for her to fight.
Keep the family together, yeah?
You'll be the one to lose your head. Zuljara screamed as she hammered at the much larger troll, fury powering her frenzied strikes. Somewhere in the back of her mind, she knew she was being reckless. If she continued to attack in a rage, she'd eventually leave herself open.
It's a rare.
Another part of her didn't care. If she let go of her anger, the anguish beneath it would swallow her, ending the fight before Kolanji could. She swung again. This time the head of Kolanji's mace caught her axe at an angle and held it fast. The vile branch chieftain yanked her forward as he leaned close, his face wild with glee.
This has been fun, but...
He stiffened, his eyes locked on the axe.
Impossible.
Zuljara lashed out with a kick, driving her heel into his gut. Sand flew as he stumbled back. His eyes flashed as his arrogance faltered for an instant.
That axe would not save you any more than you could save your mother, child.
Chieftain! She spat through clenched teeth. Then she flew at him, swinging again and again, faster and faster. Metal screamed, sparks vanished in the sunlight. Her heart thrashed, wild and furious. She felt her muscles straining. Her grip on the axe tightened, fury in her heart, fire in her throat.
Must be down.
Agony tearing free in a scream that emptied all of her. She swung. The blade caught flesh, tore through sinew and bone. Kolanji's smile disappeared.
Or up.
Then his head thudded to the ground. His body followed. For a moment, Zuljara stared. The urge to drive the axe into him over and over again nearly took hold, but she fought it down, swallowed it. Another scream welled inside her. Instead, she turned to the now silent arena, her eyes scanning the faces of those who would call her enemy, friend,
oh, interesting.
leader,
Didn't really choose like
her
this.
people. She stepped over Kolanji's form and raised the axe overhead.
I am Zuljara, bloodborn of Zorama, chieftain of the Amani of the Forest Tribes.
Her voice held steady, even as her very being quaked.
Let anyone who doubts me step forward!
The vile branch chieftain was left in the dirt, as Zuljara, her brother, and others lifted her mother from the arena floor. They wrapped her in sacred linen and placed her on their shoulders, keeping her aloft the entire way to Amanizar. Zul'Jin tried to convince his sister to step away long enough to be seen by the healers, but she refused. The pain was the only thing keeping her from collapsing. Kinduru met them at the edge of the settlement, his face wet with tears, his expression mournful. He led the way to the altar where Zarama would be prepared for final rites. Everything after that was a blur, people coming and going, offering congratulations and condolences. Zuljara remained at her mother's side, and Zul'Jin at hers. She held her brother as he sobbed. By nightfall, Zuljara had somehow bathed and dressed for the ceremony to come. Torches were arranged in a circle around a grave so fresh the air still smelled of earth. She stood silent, unmoving, as they put her mother in the ground. Afterward, she found herself centered in a ring of fire as Kinduru addressed those gathered to pay their respects. People would talk about how beautifully he spoke of the fallen, but Zuljara would never be able to recall the words.
Do we have to kill things?
She'd never know if this upset her or not.
The
next day would find her seated in the great hall in her mother's place. One by one, the other leaders came, offering respect and tribute to the new chieftain. All but the vile branch, who had gathered their chieftain on his head and faded into the forests.
I'll read the quest.
Zuljara accepted gifts, passing them on to her brother. The first of many apologies she would offer for her words beneath Arkilzon's temple. He quietly accepted, his face that same unmoving mask. That night there were no celebrations, no grand feasts, only the emptiness of loss. Finally, the conclave concluded, and Zuljara was free to return to her quarters, the chieftain's quarters. With all the commotion of the funeral and the conclaves, she hadn't gotten the chance to do more than change her attire. But now, the stillness of the aftermath, she stared at the trappings that had belonged to her mother mixed with her own personal items. This wasn't right. She shouldn't be in here. This was her mother's place. These were her mother's things. She had no right. A weight had settled over Zojara at the arena and grown heavier with every step of the funeral procession. Heavier still with each commendation or commiseration, all of it driving home the truth that her mother was gone and she was to blame. More stones around her neck dragging her ever downward until she finally collapsed. At some point, Zul'Jin joined her in the dark. Rauji came as well, quiet in her companionship. Eventually, Zul'Jara managed words enough to request to be left alone. The night stretched on until there was a knock at the door.
Even a tiny
Zul'Jara
tree.
didn't answer. It opened anyway. Kinduru entered carrying something. Her mother's axe.
It's yours now,
the speaker murmured, his voice thick with emotion. He set it on the mantle where Zarama often kept it.
What happened isn't your fault, Jara.
Kinduru began. A low growl rose from her chest. She didn't want to talk about this. The speaker must have sensed as much, because he hesitated before clearing his throat and continuing.
Zarama knew the risks and went anyway. She offered herself up in your place as any mother would.
Tears welled instantly. They followed the tracks already staining her face, a cruel imitation of the lines her mother had painted just days before. Hunter.
You carry so much.
Kinduru knelt,
ready for turn-in,
and leaned in to gently press his brow to hers.
She wouldn't want you to carry this too.
Zul'Jara threw her arms around her uncle and wailed.
I don't either.
They're both gone!
I know.
He held on tight as her body shook and heaved. Her fists battered his shoulders and back.
At the garrison, okay.
Let it out, Jara.
At our garrison.
Around his own shuddering breaths.
Well, we might as well go back to the garrison then.
He let her cry and curse and spit and fight, all without letting her go. When the storm inside her ebbed, Kinduru helped her to her feet and embraced her one last time. There was still much to do, and already talk of Vile Branch discontent. The speaker turned to go, but paused when Zul'Jara called to him. Uncle. Her eyes went to Akyozon's axe where it lay after she'd discarded it upon returning from the arena. Kolanji's blood still darkened the blade's edge. Remove that thing from my sight. Kinduru's brow furrowed.
Ken Loggins.
Maybe if we put it...
No! That frown deepened.
After you worked so hard to earn Akyozon's blessing, you would discard it.
Blessing? Zul'Jara heard herself laugh. It rang hollow. That thing is a curse. I don't want it anywhere near me.
But the lower...
I prayed to Akyozon at the temple. Fury crawled up her throat and beat against the back of her teeth. And what did the lower do for me, huh? Sent me to watch my mother's death. Arrived too late to save her. The lower were not there for me, for us. My mother was. And so it is her axe I will wield as chieftain. She trembled with rage. But somehow her words remained steady. Take it away. Kinduru bowed low.
No, I think it's outside.
As you wish, my chieftain.
There's 2 quests over here, somewhere.
I trust I'll see you in World of Warcraft midnight. Remember.
Yes, you will.
The Armani need no
Oh, that's for your fishing shack and your herbs and stuff. You can do those. They're quick. All right, so that was the audio book. You can turn your sound back on now. Feel like we learned some things about Zul'Jara? I will have retained none of it.
Peace be with you.
My mom died.
Elune be with you.
Herb garden.
Level 1 herb garden. Herb. Weird. Herb.
Herb.
No. It's only herb for people who say H instead of H.
No. Okay. What do you call it when... Okay, your profession, your gathering profession, what do you call that? Herbalism? I don't think so.
Yeah.
No.
You can say no, but yeah. Oh, the fishies.
Herbalism. You don't say herbal tea.
I might. You don't know.
You don't. You don't say Herb Alpert and the Tijuana Brass.
Well, Herbert is a name. Find a local fisherman. Is this my local fisherman?
No. He's over by the boat. Up and over.
Up this way?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Well, I should probably fly, huh? Oh, my
Yeah.
stallion. My stallion can't fly.
He's right there. There. You can do some stuff for her.
Embrace you. Be kind to those less fortunate.
Oh, ready for turning.
Good fortune. The Naru have not
I'm gonna make it
forgotten
go from
us.
crap.
Remember the lessons of the past.
Moonshell. Crap.
Drop. I'm gonna make a fish.
I gotta go fisks.
The Legion's end draws near. Warm wishes.
Use your item.
Oh.
No fish. Keep fishing.
That wasn't the right
I know.
fisk.
Correct. You should get them pretty quick, but not every time.
That is so not where I clicked.
Welcome to fishing.
Do.
Dang, I only got one. No, you didn't.
I
You
did.
got sea scorpion bait. Nope. 0, 5. There's one. I'm gonna take a look at something.
Okay. So many saber fisks.
Trash. True enough.
This sparkly over here.
Here's
Here are some
resources.
resources.
There's a guy, I don't know if he still does it anymore. Krendor, where he does podcasts where he interviews people about WoW. Not devs, just people who play WoW. But they're always fishing when they do it.
Your secret
Fishing with
warrior.
Krendor. No, Warrior Secret Artifact appearance.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Go bloop.
If this is not the pinnacle of we have nothing to do, I don't know what is.
Epic music until I cast.
Mm-hmm. Da, 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 bloop.
There was no bloop. Hey, a shadow sturgeon.
Guards.
I just noticed my mouth is very bright.
Your mouth is very bright.
Uh,
You have an illuminated tongue.
I swallowed a glow stick.
Do you know why that is happening? Because I do.
Because
Your tongue
I have
is...
a light inside of me?
No, your tongue is a different material than the rest of your face that I didn't light. I'll have to keep that in mind. I'm going to be remastering this model tomorrow, probably. Needs an update.
I just need 2 more sturgeons.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, sturgeons! Hey. I think there might be a sparkly down there.
No.
It looks
Maybe.
kind of
Probably.
sparkly to me.
Could be.
Yep. It's a
Grabs.
chest.
15 more garrison resources. Raw.
Well, I need a lot of garrison resources.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
12.
haha, you were wrong.
It's to your detriment. BRB flying to space.
You can't breathe in space.
Oh, Skybox is really high in the zone. It's crazy. I'm in the clouds.
Mm.
Dive, dive, dive.
Blessings upon you. Good fortune. Good health. Long life.
Still falling. You gonna do your mine as well?
No. Fishing shack.
My quartermaster has a quest for me. No, I'm not doing that right now.
There is a chest.
Nope, it's a pile of dog shit. Oh, that chest. There is a pile of dog shit, though. I don't know if this is going to show for you. Maybe not. No. If you walk over towards your herbalism shack.
This It's way over there.
There's... Before you get to the gate, there's a shack on your left. Yep, behind that. This pile of dog shit.
Oh, I do see sparkles.
Mm-hmm.
It's Piper's buried supplies.
It's dog shit.
It's 14 garrison resources.
In dog shit.
Oh,
all right, let's go on to the next quest.
Well, is this my?
We gotta find the lost lumberjacks.
Where are you?
I'm on my way out. As you make zero effort to catch up with me.
I was on the other side.
Uh-huh.
But also, I can't see where you are.
You super duper can.
Yeah, no.
This crash landing.
I didn't even crash. I didn't even land before I became a tiny little drake.
Search for clues. Found some clues.
We did.
Speak with Folix.
I gotta investigate the pond. Oh, there's a... Yeah.
Donkey. Yeah, we'll fly the rest of the way. Ugh. What do you think's to bump into?
More work? What is it?
Take revenge. Oh. Captured critter. Are we phased? No.
We were briefly.
Weird. Weird music.
Yeah.
I never played Draenor with the music on. Like, genuinely, I've never heard this before. Get your creators.
Oh, well, they count for both of us.
Critters do? Yep. I got the last one here. The King of Death Bloom slain. Where's he at?
This way-ish. Game of Thorns. But not thrown.
Legally distinct. Okay.
You need something? Well met. Safe travels.
Congrats, you acquired her as a follower.
Oh.
Now we do Darkest Night. Blackest day and darkest night. No evil shall escape my might. But those who commit evil, I don't remember the rest of it.
The battle is long. With the keystone, you will be able to pass through alone. Once inside, deactivate their shields.
I'm not on you.
Join you.
You were too far from this guy.
This too shall pass.
This one too.
You bring news? Come, speak with me.
There's a rare up there. Can I reach him? Yep. Yeah, exactly. A lot of DC stuff could be summed up with blah, blah, blah. Alright. We're going into Shadow Moon Temple here. Anguish Fortress. I don't know that we can actually get inside yet. Let's find out.
It's sparkly.
They did the thing. You have to use your thing. There's a scroll? Sure. Do not have to leave it. Ping pong. Oh, shield throw, I've missed you. What does this thing do? Neat. Probably have to free these guys. Yep. Let's start reading over here. I'll be back here. Start reading. Over here.
Another one over here.
What? Neat. Might as well get this guy out of his cage.
Oh.
Then I'm gonna jump down here.
Okay.
No.
These monsters must be stopped. What is this place?
Oh, there's a chest. An art bag.
Another star reading here. This will be the last one. Then we're gonna get this buddy out of his cage.
I went over the wall.
2 cages. Rare. I consecrated him to death. Okay, don't go in there. May not die.
It takes it a second to die.
He hasn't decided he's dead yet. I'm thinking about it. You know what? I'm good. Peace out. Turn that in.
Are you ready, hero? It is just
No.
up this way.
Okay.
Over here, hero, before they see us. Listen, they're talking about the Dark Star.
Are they?
Didn't hear a damn thing.
Behold my power, War Chief Hellscream. With my clan at your side, you will be unstoppable.
The void hungers.
I'll get him.
Well done, Ner'zhul. We attack Karabor soon.
Samara!
I will begin my preparations at once.
Did we just bug it? Oh well.
I don't think so.
We did. We super did.
How did we bug it? I mean, what was supposed to happen?
I don't know, but we're missing something. Hang on. Missing the essence of anguish. In this guy.
Yeah.
Cool.
Blue flower.
It marked the quest complete. It just didn't finish the conversation because we killed it before they finished.
Go, go, go! Fly!
Blah blah using the void, blah blah. That's what you missed. Music's too triumphant.
The Iron Horde fleet has been sighted off the coast. We're calling every defender to the temple.
But Ner'zhul poses an equal threat. What should we do, Prophet?
Champion, I need your help to stop the Dark Star's arrival. Marad, can you hold Karabor until we are finished?
As long as the defense crystal stands, we will hold. Commander, I will gather the troops from your garrison. Do not delay long. They will need your leadership.
Did I tell you you have the authority to do that?
Authority to do what?
To gather all of my garrison resources.
Right. You didn't ask me.
Anyway, this part's cool. So you want to tune in for this, I think. Or is it the next part? Might be the next part. Sorry, we're getting to a point that's cool. Villain?
Enter the waning crescent.
Okay. It is this part. This cutscene, I think. Yeah.
Ha!
So a reminder before we get to this. This is not our villain. This is this timeline's villain.
That's not our friend.
No, he's a friend. He's just not our villain. You want to kill him?
You are just... Darkness is my strength. With this power, the Shadow Moon will be conquerors.
Ow.
I thought you'd be into this. This is void energy.
Too late.
No,
Turn
he
from
was
this
strangling
dark
me.
path,
Yeah.
and let us help you. The
So he's trying to
shadows have
pull the...
already
If you look up,
consumed my
yeah.
soul,
Trying to pull the Naru down.
There is no darkness
No,
light
hold
cannot pierce, Ner'zhul. No!
Yes.
Behold! The Dark Star falls now upon you. The Iron Horde will prevail.
No.
And stand against us will die.
No.
Looks like you're the prophet now.
He made her better.
Yep.
Are all Naru girls?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm pretty sure we have. I don't think they have a gender, but we've had some with the male voice. Kara.
Dulcet chiming tones reverberate within your mind.
Yeah.
The prophet guides us. Please be careful. I can't
You get all kinds of
believe
transmogs.
he's gone.
Hero, the defense crystal is broken. The Iron Horde have overrun Karabor.
You ready to join?
Miracle to break through.
We're ready to finish.
I was. Okay.
Galen's sacrifice means nothing if the temple.
You don't have to do this, Hero. Take the survivors and flee.
No,
Flee.
we stand here against the Iron Horde. I will fight. Hero, are you with us?
I'm waiting for you to finish.
Okay. They're finished. You get to fly on a fairy dragon.
Yay.
I've been saying that for years.
Fly with me, Hero. We will assist them from above. The purifying light of the Nara is both our hammer and shield. We're at the Fairy Temple gates. Fly closer. Hurry! Circle back. We must clear the steps.
Well, the steps are clear. It's just up here is not.
Press the advance.
Never again will you Orcish hordes darken the light of Karabor. Press on by the light of the Naru.
By the way, the reason Kara was up in space like that, when the Genidar was crashing into Draenor, they ejected her into space. Yeah.
To save her?
Carry the light, brothers.
Well, she was turned into the void.
Oh, yeah, they couldn't have that on the ship.
No. She had used up all her power to do the big teleporty to get them to Draenor, away from Argus. So she's been up there for 10,000 years?
That's a long time to be up there in Voidy and no friends.
Yeah. Nope. And again, in our timeline, part of her did crash and was found by the 7th Legion, who brought it back to Azeroth and purified the crystal and made it into the heart of the Ashburner. Also, this temple that we're flying over right now, this is Karabor. This is the temple that turns into the Black Temple, where you fight Illidan in Outland.
Champion. Oh.
I need you to fight your way to the
same
harbor.
temple.
I'll approach the enemy from the south. Light
You remember
of the
doing that
Nile
one.
guide you.
Illidan's up on the top and we fight him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It didn't quite look this good. You should be landing soon. I will wait for you here. What am I wearing? Good lord. Fix that immediately.
These are pretty trees too. I need a lot of weeping willows.
Trying to make the deep south in
an enchanted little grove.
Uh-huh.
In my night room once I get it.
Welcome, hero.
Been having terrible insomnia, so.
Mm-hmm.
We must never change. Our faith cannot be broken.
Uh-huh. Follow me.
Well, I am, but you ride on your horse and you get far ahead.
You have wings and you have a dash. You never use your dash.
I know. Where is my dash? There's a vengeful retreat that goes backwards.
No, there's another dash. It's on a very quick cooldown. You should be able to keep up with that. Hi, Kara.
We must defend it while it gathers power.
Yeah, your dash does a shitload of damage. You should be using it more.
I forgot about it.
Good job.
Are we just defending her right here?
Yeah, pretty much. Here, I'll drop one of these. Bum. The little bar that's filling up, I don't have to do that yet.
I didn't mean to do that. I meant to do that.
Are you discovering that you have abilities you've never used?
No, I don't usually have enough power to do them. I only ever do throw glaive.
Because I usually kill things too fast.
I know.
Here, you take that side, I'll just take this side.
Okay.
That'll be easier.
No! Playtime is over! I will deal with you myself!
You think that's wise?
Boom. I bonked him. Couldn't have done that before, Kara?
She was gathering power.
Is it Kara or Kaara?
Who cares? I say Kara. We need to go back this way.
Do we don't get on Rain Dash?
Take
do we?
the Fey Dragon and meet me back at Mbari
Okay.
Village.
You're so pretty. Did I get one of the Fey Dragon? No, I meant Kara.
Oh.
Do I have one
You
of
have a
these?
Fey
I
Dragon.
have a similar one. I don't know if I have one just like it.
Yeah, you can
Hero,
customize it.
You fought fearlessly. For that, please accept my thanks. The light prevails because we stand against the darkness.
It
Sure.
is done. Victory is ours.
Oh, I have
Not
mail.
quite. I also have mail. But victory is not quite ours. We need to do the dungeon.
Oh.
And kill Ner'zhul.
Oh.
Yeah. It's quick.
Oh.
We'll do it on Mythic.
Oh.
Yeah. If it wants to load. There we go. Hi.
You wade through a river of souls, stranger. It is best to turn back.
You're charging in front of the tank.
This was once a place of peace. A place
You reminded me that I have this.
rest.
Rivers of the damned.
You also don't know where to go.
Rise
No.
in the name
And I
of
can't jump off of that.
Rise in the name of Ner'zhul. Shadow Moon beckons.
Yeah, but isn't this just typical Demon Hunter behavior? They charge ahead of the tank, they pull everything. You're learning. Down.
Down.
Let me
too
get
late.
this spawn. Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I'll grab him. We're good. Hi.
Hi. I mean, it's his
You're gonna get
fault.
to the
He
middle
reminded
platform.
me.
Oh, okay. It leads back anyway, so that's fine. Down more.
Well, usually he wants more guys to kill, so.
I mean, I got my shield ping pong now, so I could just like kazow. Hey, look, first boss. Well done.
Shall rise again.
Loot them because they do have transmogs.
I looted.
Okay, just making sure. Trash, not so much. Bosses, yes.
Ner'zhul will not hear us. He hears only darkness now.
He's a void priest.
Your blissful afterlife is over.
Second boss.
You are just maggots
He dead.
swarming to
What do
the
you call me?
corpse of a dying god.
Can't say that on Twitch. He used the F slur.
How dare he?
This spot is so tricky when it's an actual mythic. Will you fuck out of? There you go. Bats. There's gonna be, yeah. These guys. And then there's the big one. This boss is quite hard on actual difficulty. As you can see, not so much now.
No.
This used to be on mythic rotation. Bonk. Bonk. Hey, look, there's Zool. You're about to get his cane, maybe? Forget what you get off him.
The darkness, it flows within me.
Does it?
Seeps from every vein.
No.
Come, strangers. Cross into the realm of the Shadowlands. I shall deliver you to your death.
I am wearing a void cape.
Go beat him up.
Will ripple.
No, you don't get anything off him.
Across eternity.
I got his blade.
Lucian Shadow Moon. You got the transmog illusion of his purpley energy.
Yeah, oh,
What'd you do?
what the heck?
You jumped.
Apparently, I didn't even
Mm-hmm.
know that. Ooh, I got a fountain.
Very cool.
And a bench and a stool.
You can use the
Through the
portal
portal.
there. Yep. Out we go. Not that portal. Main portal. Okay. So that was Shadow Moon Burial Grounds.
It was.
Yep. And I think we are done this zone. Except for this world quest over here we can do real quick. Kill these guys. I guess.
Oh, we gotta
there's
find
the quest here.
Abatha.
Well, there's also this quest.
I don't have... Oh, this guy.
Gilla. Sure.
It's
What is
crazy.
the world quest here, though? Hail creatures slain and 20 mushrooms collected. That must be in a cave down here.
Shrooms. Well, there is a cave. Nope, that's not a cave. That's a cave.
Yeah, there we go. Collect the mushrooms. Kill the guys. Runa.
The mushrooms are not for both.
How can I help? Welcome, friend.
No free mushrooms here, lady. You gotta get your own mushrooms. Tee-hee, I found two.
Well, I found a really big one.
Same. We're squeezing them. So many things getting squozed tonight. We squozed frogs, we squozed shrooms.
Shroom juice.
My takeaway is that the Draenei like a good squeeze.
They do.
There's a rare here, I'm gonna kill him.
But
I can
I'm
reach
not
him.
there.
I can't get up there, don't worry. That's what he said. I'm waiting for you. Where you go?
I went around the other way because you were taking all the mushrooms. I'm not done.
I know you're not done, but there's a rare here. And a guy that we have to get.
Well, I'm not close. I'm on, like I said, the other side. I'm assuming this goes back around to where you are.
Probably. I'm gonna just hang out here then.
Okay.
I do need more mushrooms, and we gotta find the people, but it's cool. I only need like 5 more mushrooms. There's plenty around.
Oh, there's
Good
another
for the
guy.
moon.
Do these count for you, the people?
No. It's okay. I'll zip around and find them in a second. You gotta come. No, other side. Other side.
I think I can get up here.
Yeah, you can double jump. Okay. Gorum. All right, there was a guy back here that
There's
you need to get to.
there's another shroom over here.
I'll get him. Don't you concern yourself with my shrooms,
There's
all right?
also a big shroom down there.
I know, I got that.
Okay.
I gotta go looking for your peoples. I got a great big shroom right here.
I got this one.
That's it for me. For shrooms, I gotta get this guy. No, I gotta find the last guy who's around this corner. I do go Brooklyn at the middle of the night. I don't know why I do that. It's a Brooklyn kind of hour. Excuse me, sir. You appear to be in peril. Let me help you. There you go.
Come talk to Runa.
Where is Runa?
With me.
You are
Runa.
welcome here, Beliadoros.
Okay. Alright. We'll turn in Hilla's Stinger. And then we'll be properly done with this area, I think.
Oh, there's a rare.
You said something about finding a Buela or something?
Abatha.
I don't know who that is. What is that for?
It's the alchemist
Alchemy.
thing.
Yeah. Okay, we can do that.
There's also oh, that's for my garrison.
You are welcome here, Dionysa Ka.
Okay. Your alchemist person is probably where? Show me on the map.
Behind us. Like directly behind us. Yeah, go above.
I have to navigate with your map. You understand this?
Well, that's why I said directly behind us.
Right, but I'm now looking at your screen, not mine. So if
Up
I
on that
fly into
little hill.
something-
Or on the other side of it, actually. There we go. Right here. That's
Nope.
the meal.
Nope.
Hello?
Nope.
I mean, it's marked here. Apparently, Papa is still hunting.
Well, I found her. She's inside the tent.
Oh.
The Naru have not forgotten us.
Small indie company.
This expansion came out in 2013.
They could have moved her out of the tent a little bit. Just a little bit to the right or the left. It's been...
Back to the garrison.
It's been 13 years.
I think it was 2013. Might have been 2014, 2015, I don't know. Somewhere around there. Definitely been at least 15 years. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Let me check on my shit.
What are we... Oh, we're supposed to find the dad. Or I'm supposed to find the dad. We can do that later.
What dad?
The little girl's dad.
Oh, sure. Well, I can tell you, pretty pointless for us to continue doing anything here right now. So, we got a half hour?
Yeah.
You want to do a raid?
Orders, Commander. My men are standing ready.
It'll be a raid that we won't shut everything in.
I can smell your fear. Keep your enemies in.
I wasn't scared. She said she could smell my fear, but I wasn't scared.
You might have farted. That's all.
Oh, maybe.
Blackrock Foundry, maybe? That takes a while. Does it drop anything of interest? No.
Welcome, welcome.
What's Archie drop?
Long
Bell
life.
Steel Annihilator. Let's try for a mount run.
Okay.
I'm gonna be outside waiting for you.
I'm learning a recipe real quick.
Sure you are. Ooh, better idea. Do you want to do the Sunwell raid? Since it's like thematic?
We can. But I also want to mount.
Yeah, let's do the mount run.
Is it guaranteed?
It's no.
Oh.
It sure is not.
Do you have it?
No.
Oh. It could be happy days.
Could be happy days. It is one of the longer raids, but we should be able to do it in a half hour. Part of that is just getting around. I'd like to fly faster, but it's not responding to my buttons while it loads to the next zone. There we go. Welcome to Hellfire Peninsula, home of Hellfire Citadel.
It looks toasty and fell.
We're gonna do this on Mythic.
Of course.
I hope it loaded on Mythic. If it didn't, we're exiting back out. That is just normal mode, back out. Christ.
I'm buddy filled.
Mythic. Okay, back in. Alright. I haven't done this in a while. When we pull the boss, we have to bring bombs to this thing and that thing. I think. Actually, I have the skips. You want to just do the... Let's just do the skips.
Okay.
I didn't think that they would be there for you, but yeah, just take the upper citadel. Fuck the rest of this shit.
Is this just where the mount is right here?
No, not yet. We need to help.
This entire citadel seethes with Gul'dan's corruption. A second portal is nearby. Keep his demons at bay while I break the seals and attune the portal to his location.
Yeah, so then we have to go and do all these guys.
You are too late! The shadows will envelop you!
I have the portal that would have taken us right to the boss, but this is more interesting to me. These doors are supposed to open. They didn't. Do we go down there? No.
I breached the first seal. Soon the portal will take us to Gul'dan.
We go this way then. Dagorath. Make me waste my disc throws. Oh, this boss is interesting. This is a Void Lord that they're infusing with Fel. Not a Void Lord, but a Void something or other.
Fatality.
I see it. I can see.
Who cares?
Another seal is open. Oh, I am good.
Okay.
Go down.
Hellscream is down here. Yep. See, they've imprisoned Gromosh.
Holding out hope, Hellscream. Your precious
They did.
hoard will serve the Legion.
Excuse me.
Never.
Excuse me. I gotta kill you. Hey, pay attention to me.
Get in line, lady.
Told you how to kill you.
Do it on this way?
The portal
No.
is nearly complete. The next seal.
My thanks to
Go this way.
Now, leave me. I have
Blah, blah,
a
blah.
trophy to come.
Blah. Everything? Did we miss one? Did we get them? I think we got one more. This way. Right. Sarkathor, or whatever the hell his name is. Hey, look at Dreadlord.
They come for me! Stop them, Sargerai!
No.
Fight, you fools! Stop them! I should have expected as much. No matter.
This is that guy that we turned into an Eridar earlier. He's a ghost now, and he's gonna put himself in a robot.
We'll have to wait. For now, I believe we have a score to settle. Fleas! You know, the bind never. It consumes me.
Fatality!
My
Fatality!
soul itself shall strike you down.
Isn't there usually loot for these guys?
I looted.
Over
To
here.
me!
Oh.
No, chest. Boop. That's a cool helmet. What I got? Cask of Foul Concentration.
Are you gathering them all up on purpose?
Yep.
Okay.
My AoE doesn't have like a huge range, so I tend to just pull stuff with me. We gotta close these portals.
Oh, how do you close them?
Click them. You smash them with your cleave unceremoniously.
Oh, my power!
More Aramel? You about to get it, bro. Whap.
How did I? I pressed number 4.
This way. This way. Come on. This way.
Strangers to war. Are you so eager to meet
Accidentally the boss.
You did. I need to go loot it, and then we gotta go this way.
The portal is unlocked. It will take us directly to Gul'dan. Now he will pay for his crimes.
Right. You will recall that it was the blood of Manaroth that was used to turn the orcs loyal to the Fel.
Mm-hmm.
He's our next boss.
Oh, okay.
He's seen better days.
Mm-hmm. Well, everyone that has been with Gul'dan has seen better days.
Well, in this timeline, Garrosh sort of killed him. And that sort of set back his plans a little bit. Just a little bit. You don't need this quest, just ignore him. Go through the portal. See, he's got some issues. No, go the other way, kill the other guy.
Hours at hand. The master comes.
There we go.
This is your purpose.
He's Bone Zone.
Yeah.
We'll be whole again. Legion will find you.
There you go. And then we're gonna get teleported down to the front. Oh, we're gonna talk to Dadgar over here.
Gul'dan has fled to the Dark Portal. Quickly, champions.
Quickly!
He has no place left to run. We will finish this.
Are we gonna kill Gul'dan?
No.
Oh.
Remember, he gets through when we fight him in the Nighthold? But we do fight and kill Archimon.
Hey, Gul'dan's giving away his feats for free.
For free?
For free!
On this channel, he ain't.
Look upon the endless forces.
Oh, cutscene.
Now, because there would have been an extra phase in this where we fight him in the Twisting Nether, but we didn't try to kill him instantly. But technically he's like permadead.
Made up.
There, he sent him through to Azeroth. Then he goes and opens the Tomb of Sargeras, and then Legion starts. Now you have context.
I do.
Hurrah. He did. You made a pact. When these two fuckers...
Done. Gul'dan failed.
Grommash, who has been fighting against us this entire time, gets to make that declaration unceremoniously. I've been fighting to kill all of you this entire time. He knows what's up. Oh, shit.
You don't think it's over?
It's only just begun.
And the devils that command him are not so easily banished. I fear this is only beginning.
If you ever need us, we will be here.
This is the exact moment that WoW started getting like an actual story. Because if you think about it, this happens.
A great man once told me,
We'll wait for Artifish.
we are one. The future is ours, and we will see Drano rebuilt together.
Okay, so chain of events here. Garrosh tries to turn himself into an old god in order to defeat the Alliance.
Okay.
Loses. Gets sentenced to prison. Escapes. Rathian helps him create this timeline where they reject the Fel. Loses. Gets killed by Thrall. Then Gul'dan reclaims the control over the Horde. Summons demons to Draenor. Gets sent to Azeroth. Opens the Tomb of Sargeras. Demons invade Azeroth. Sargeras stabs the planet. Azeroth's blood starts pouring out of everywhere as Azerite. Battle for Azeroth. Then we go to the Shadowlands. And then we do the Dragonflight. Like, everything that's happened since has been because Garrosh sucks. I did not get them out.
I didn't
Sadness is me. I am sadness. And my inventory is just packed full of shit.
Well, you stay right there.
Oh, yeah. Like, quite literally, if we had never gone to Mists of Pandaria, there would not be a sword stuck in our planet right now.
Oh.
Yep. Okay. Okay. Back to the entrance. This portal would have taken us directly to the end.
Ah.
I don't want you to see the other bosses. You missed like 3 bosses. It's fine. One of them's super gross.
We have 16 minutes.
We can wrap up. I'm not any, you know. Get your mail. Oh, we can deliver the final message. Let's at least do that then.
Okay.
Did you get the quest?
Where is the quest?
Just open the crystal. Yeah, the crystal.
Yeah.
You're on a mount. Accept the quest. Deliver the final message for Villain. Alright, we can do that. Also, there's cat people down there.
Cat people?
The Saberon.
Meow.
Used to be able to get it as a druid form, and then they disabled it because fun detected.
Oh, how dare they?
Yep.
How dare they let us Or how dare we have fun in their game?
Yep.
Unacceptable.
You can get the werebear form, which is kind of cool. It uses the same skeleton, but it's not a cat person.
It's a bear. It's evident by its name.
Exactly. So yeah, like if you envision this in all black and green, you can see that it's the Black Temple. Down to the auditorium. Inside.
Greetings, savior of my people. If you are hearing this message, it means I am no more. But Karabor is safe. I owe you an explanation. The Naru that we Draenei revere are creatures of pure light. But if their death is near, they lose their essence, collapsing into creatures of shadow.
That's not weird or anything.
When we Draenei first arrived on this world, Naru accompanied us, but they could not stop our vessel from crashing. The dark star that appeared in the skies above Drano that terrible night was no celestial body. It was a fallen Naru, ejected from our vessel in moments of panic and terror. Its name was Kara.
Kara.
We noticed.
What once was a creature of faith and beauty became a dark and hungering god, a living font of darkness. We owed Kara a great debt. Without the Naru's aid, my people would never have escaped our homeworld of Argus. To see Kara's transformation into shadow was a heavy burden to bear. When the Naru returned to us, I did what I had to do. Remember, life is the light, and the light is life itself. They may be exchanged, but nothing is ever lost. I only hope my people
we didn't get them out.
Will understand.
Nope. Okay. I would say that's it for this week. Next week, I've still got some more of the DLC in Assassin's Creed Origins to play. And then we're going to be starting Cyberpunk 2077. Right.
Yep.
If you didn't see the announcement yesterday, there will be a reveal of our models in the thumbnail. I'll post it in Discord. It'll also be on YouTube. And then hopefully I can wrap up the DLC and start Odyssey at some point. Maybe not next week, but we'll see. And then World of Warcraft, can't talk, World of Warcraft Midnight, which we'll play on Wednesday next week.
This is true.
That's right.
Yeah, Reapers, he showed last night. I did not show mine. You'll have to wait and see.
We got time.
Oh, yeah, we could.
Yeah. You check if I have the chroma key working properly on mine. I'll switch over to mine as well.
Here we go.
Hang on. Too big.
Johnny Bonehand. Or Jimmy Bonehand. Hi. Hello.
There you go. Look at you.
Yeah, it's small.
I think I have to fix your collar, but it works for now.
It's doing the thing.
Yeah, it is. It wasn't doing it when I was posing you for the thumbnail.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ah.
Well, we can find out right away if I need to. Hang on. I can just do a thing and we can find out. Yep.
Ah!
Not that thing.
Oh, that was Dave. Okay, I'll drink.
I was going to Going to do this. This will tell us everything we need to know.
Ah!
I think it's working fine.
Why'd you pump me?
I wanted to see who's going to do the tearing thing where it stretches out your model. Seems fine. Yeah, you're okay. Check out the bubber fleas on her pants.
Yeah, I got bubber fleas. Flutterbies.
Yeah. Okay.
I will see you next week for Cyberpunk and WoW.
See you next time.
Bye.